Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the free-to-play account on our test server, and we are looking at the brand new Bountiful trials of Alaro. So Alaro, unfortunately, pretty disappointing when it comes to the Mauler support. Let's see what comps that they are kind of recommending him to run in here. Now, in addition, guys, make sure you do the guild trials. You get a couple hundred diamonds out of there, which is very beneficial, especially when you're building out other heroes. So starting over to our left, this one is going to have Granite, which we know is a very strong hero. Hendrik as well. Khazard, which is going to extend the duration. And Tylee is going to be the last one. We are putting Alaro in the middle, which is kind of weird, I guess, because he does get the dummy. So the dummy is right there. If the dummy dies and there is no one in range, the dummy actually doesn't do anything. The AoE stun effect that the dummy has will be negated because no one is there to essentially get stunned. That's the reason why I'm kind of bent between, or kind of torn between, if he should go in the back line or if he should go in the front line. It's really hard because, again, because of that dummy. Now in this one, exact same. So we got Granite, we got Hendrik, Khazard, Alaro, and then we do have Tylee right in the bottom. So you can see we do get a knockback. He starts doing his little incognito, and you'll notice he does sneak around the entire battlefield. Here he is incognito going down. So that took an incredible amount of time for him to move around the battlefield. I really feel like the movement speed for him is going to be vital to try to get around to these enemies. Either that or Lilith is honestly going to have to do something to lower the amount of time that this ability takes. Because when you start getting into level deficiencies, guys, he's going to get destroyed and the dummy is going to get one-shotted. So this one, we are going with our wall, the Celestial Wall right there, going with Mishka, Hodgkin as a buffer, Oden as a damage dealer, then of course Alaro right in the bottom of this one. Mishka, guys, super tough. So there we go. We see him sneaking around for the first target, goes over to the second target, which again, look at that. The dummy is actually in the frame. Pretty cool to see. But there's the AoE stun because the dummy did die. And remember, if he comes back, he takes the place of the dummy and it doesn't really do anything. Damage, very minimal. Even looking here, the tanks are doing more damage, and especially Mishka, guys, far more damage than he is doing. Again, it's going to be interesting to see where and if he works. I know Trisha reached out today. She had built him and was utilizing him in the Mauler Tower. I know they are very far in the Mauler Tower. It is the two teams, so having a little bit of the extra support, you can kind of play off of a couple of different heroes. But I feel like they need to fix some of his skills and abilities to really showcase the hero. Very disappointed overall with how he's working within these team comps. Last one, we are running with Alna and running with Scraggin here. Alaro actually goes right to the top. Then we have Khazard and we have Frampton. Now this is a team with the invade combination of these two. I really feel would make a big difference on kind of the functionality on how this is going to work. Remember, when Alaro is on that side, he takes less damage. But again, that really doesn't make a huge difference because he's incognito. The only time that is going to come into play is if the dummy does go down. His ability will go ahead and trigger. So again, still kind of torn with where he is going to be used. Most players said nowhere. I'm not sure if PvP is even going to have an aspect where he is going to work or where he's really going to have to maximize the damage in there or really work within a team comp is what I am hoping. So there we go, guys. So that is all of the trials. Looking in here at the damage again, 607, very minimal damage, especially with faster battles, is you're missing the first 15 seconds. Just to get the ability up, guys, it is the first 15 seconds. So that does yield us our stone. Guys, I'm going to run through the skills and abilities like I always do on the hero. So, of course, Unwanted Surprises. This is his ultimate ability, which, again, for a support class, it is just a damage ability, which, again, does not make very much sense. I know it's a damage reduction. He's kind of a debuffer on that avenue. But again, it seems like it is more of like an agility base or even a ranger skill. When I look at the ultimate ability, just doing a little bit of damage and dropping out the attack rating. Now this is the incognito. This is where he takes 30% less damage when he goes to the enemy side. Now the only thing that's really over here The following 60 seconds, allied heroes gain 16 energy points while dealing damage to the enemies who have already had their intelligence stolen. So they do get additional energy points. The big thing, guys, is the time it takes them to gather the intelligence. It does take about 15 seconds to go ahead and use this to get a little bit more energy points. If you had battles that had a longer duration, so such as the boss battles, it could make a little bit of a difference. But ultimately, this is the skill where he goes on the enemy side, and this is the skill that a lot of players are not too happy with. For the following 85 seconds, they gain 16 energy points when dealing damage to the enemy who has the intelligence. So it extends the duration from 60 to 85. And then, of course, they lose some crit block rating. Now, the dummy, this is another one that is very situational because depending on where he's sitting, he creates a dummy that occupies his original position with the same attributes as himself. Again, looking at a lot of the team comps, the dummy is going to get one-shotted, where even if Alaro was in the front without the dummy, he would still get one-shotted, providing a 5-second stun on level 3. And then, of course, the dummy does deal a little bit of damage. This one actually gives a shield, so it is kind of the support ability on level 4, but you do have to have the engraving up there, and that is when the dummy is destroyed. So if the dummy is not destroyed, the shield is not going to do anything. Again, with the shielding aspect, guys, a little bit disappointed. And then, of course, the snooping ambush. He makes record of the highest attack rating. So this is going to specifically target the hero with the highest attack rating. Is going to remove the enemy's buffs. If the enemy doesn't have any buffs, then it really doesn't matter because they're not removing anything. Also slows the enemy target, making another record of the enemy attack rating, comparing the difference of both records based on the attack difference. And then, of course, the haste is going to be lost. The quality of haste is going to be lost between 10 and 30. This really adds a dynamic in there, which I don't like because it does randomize a lot of things depending on how much haste is going to be lost. Then, of course, the one right here slows the target, making another record. While the target is slowed based on the attack difference, they're going to have the damage increase by 10 to 40%, which, again, the RNG aspect of that and where it's going to land. Signature item really doesn't help out that much. Allies within a certain range recover health or have a recover health equal to 190% and gain a little bit of dodge. Again, magic cannot be dodged, which is pretty sad, but you can see the 10, the 20 just adds a little bit more dodge, a little bit more health. And then the passive, enemies within a certain range also lose accuracy. Not a big difference in there. Then we have the furniture. Allies that use control effects against enemies have their intelligence stolen, gain 30 haste points. This is really the only saving grace to the hero itself. Knowing that we could get some extra haste out of here could be good. He's going to have to run with teams that have a lot of control effects to actually use this and allow this to be utilized. And then allies that possess intelligence about enemies gain an additional 24 insight points, which the insight, again, makes a little bit of difference, but depending on level deficiencies, guys, he is going to die out pretty quick. All right, guys, so that will do it for the Bountiful Trials of Alaro. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.